guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. This one is made possible by EA Game Changers. Thank you so much. I've got early access to Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack and we're going to be checking it out today. So this, if you're not been keeping up, this is my Let's Play game, but this is not a regular episode of the Let's Play. So don't worry, you may have missed some things. We live in a shipping container place, and if you want to catch up, you can check out the series. But we're going to be doing some knitting today. We're going to knit, we're going to check out the new stuff, and then we're going to sell it on Plopsy. Oh, actually, the other thing we need, we got to get the new rocking chair. Oh, sweet, look at all this stuff. Wait, that's not new, that's from Eco Life. Okay, well, half this stuff is from Eco Lifestyle that's saying it's new. I guess I've not looked at it. Anyway, we got the new rocking chairs here. So there's 4 variants. Without arms, no cushion. Without arms, with a cushion. And then with arms, no cushion. And then with arms, with cushion. These are pretty cool. They I guess they kind of work like an armchair, but obviously they move and they rock. And I think if we're going to be doing knitting, I feel like we need to be looking over the world, you know, and really judging people who aren't knitting. And we probably shouldn't have a cushion if we're going to be putting it outside. So let's put this here. Oh, maybe pink, because I feel like that really sets off, because you get the pink container up top, the blue right there, really stands out. So if you don't know, this was a community voted stuff pack. So everything from the theme to the items to the style to the gameplay was all voted on by the community. And this is what we ended up with. So I believe I voted for these. These would be pretty useful. I don't really want those. I reckon these are good. They just look standard. Oh, okay, so I totally didn't vote for I voted for these, which I felt like I was sort of going for more of like an elderly kind of stuff pack rather than what we, I guess, ended up with. They actually ended up looking really like the concept. This is pretty much spot on to the concept that we have, which is actually really quite cool. I mean, not exactly what I voted for, but they are actually really nice. And I think these will go really well with the tiny living stuff and like the sort of mid-century style. So I think Get Famous had some good pieces for that, and also bowling night stuff. I think probably all that kind of stuff will go really well together. Anyway, getting super distracted from what we actually need to do. I believe we need to get a little knitting basket so we can actually knit, potentially, I guess, either of these. I don't know, I'm gonna get this one. And I'll put this, probably inside is a good place rather than outside. So I'll just put this in here. Sure, it's kind of near the chair. And I don't think we require anything else to actually knit. This is all just items. Like we got the new sort of desk here. This is actually really cool. And I hope they do more stuff like this. So there's just a desk like that. But then there's also this back piece, which you can use as like a side table or anything any way you want. Or if you put it here, it sort of automatically snaps to this desk and you can move it around as one piece, which is actually really cool. It also means that you could like color them differently if you wanted. I mean, I don't think that looks particularly great, but you could do that. Anyway, I hope they do more of these sort of items where they are one thing together but can be used separately. That's something I always mention, and specifically when it comes to plants or something and they group them together. Like if you remember this from Jungle Adventure where they had these 3 that are just grouped together. If they had done it like this, you pull it out and then you just click on it like that. And I did mention this, I think it may be one of my last build by overviews, potentially for Eco Lifestyle, where it'd be cool if, yeah, this is just the way you bought them, but then you could sort of pull them apart like this guy here, you know? Anyway, they did eventually separate them out, which was good, so that was quite handy. So anyway, my point is, very cool, I like that. But let's get to the knitting. So I think what we actually have to do is put that in his inventory so we can start knitting. So this is Ambrose. Yeah, he's an alien and he's married to a vampire and they have a child. But that's neither here nor there. That's really a Let's Play kind of thing. We're here checking out Nifty Knitting. So just don't worry about that. I can now that I've got that in my inventory, basically I think on any like chair, I guess not that chair, but like a sofa, I can start knitting. Or can I knit on this? I can knit there. Can I knit in the bed? Oh, I can sit in the bed and knit. But obviously we're gonna sit out here and knit. I'm gonna knit a beanie. And this is all the stuff that we can start knitting. I think it's a 10 level skill that we work through. And you can see here, these are all currently locked. Well, not locked, but this will turn blue when we've unlocked it. And then we can use that in Creator Sim whenever we want. Initially, all this stuff is actually locked in Creator Sim, but there is a cheat that you can use to unlock it all if you don't want to worry about that. But what will happen is as we knit each of these, they will individually unlock as swatches in Creator Sim. So this is what it looks like currently is the item. You can actually, I think this is really cool and I like that they've done this. And I think they mentioned that they will retrospectively go back and start doing this for items that are currently hidden, because most of the stuff you unlock in CAS up until this point has just been completely hidden until you unlock it. But now what this does is it actually tells you what you need to get it. So it requires knitting skill level 1 to craft. And basically that means, well, we got the knitting skill, then we can craft it. Then we will unlock each of these swatches individually. Obviously it's on my sim right now, but I'm going to assume, wait, what happens? Surely I can't use this though if I would just, I mean, I guess maybe I can. I don't know. It seems odd that I can put it on if I'm not supposed to. What happens if I, you know what? Let's see what happens. I'm going to accept that. And if that works, that's interesting. But anyway, the point is you unlock the others through the knitting skill or use the cheat to unlock them in CAS, obviously, if you don't want to do that. Oh, it is there. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Look at me go. So apparently, I guess I can get that. Well, let's go out here and let's knit a beanie. Have I now unlocked? I haven't unlocked it, which is interesting. But I guess you can get the default style of any of these because I don't know that you're supposed to be able to, but let's knit a black and white bear beanie. So when they start knitting, it'll take the $20 and he'll go here. Oh, we get to check out the rocking chair. And he's got the pink beanie on the chair. Acquired the knitting skill. Oh yeah, look at us go. So this is what we do. So actually the cool thing about this is elders can knit obviously and sit in there. And I think elders have a unique interaction on this chair where they can reminisce. And you'll either get a good moodlet or a bad moodlet sometimes you can get from it. And kids also have a playing interaction on here, and toddlers can play on the rocking chair, so that's pretty cool. But in this case, we're just knitting. I don't have any kids and I don't have any toddlers. Ah, rock steady. In a rocking chair, the world seems clearer and your thoughts slow down and the gentle movement soothes the soul. Ah, yeah. Ah, look at this. I don't know how that's going to turn into the beanie we decided to make, but apparently it will. Knitting level 2. Interesting that the very first thing you knit gives you enough skill points to get to the second level. And he's still going too. So they did say, I watched the developer live stream and they mentioned that they didn't want to make it too short to knit stuff. So it does take a while. And I believe if we were to just cancel, I assume that we just go knit and then resume. Yeah, so obviously we can do it in bits and pieces. Oh, and now I can knit clothing too, beanie or socks. So we can resume the project, and then frog means that we will just scrap it and we'll get some stuff back for it, and then we can make something else. So if we don't want it, then we can start again, you know? All right, knitting project complete. Look in Ambrose's Big Wallet's inventory to see his new creation. Oh, yeah, there it is. Can I wear it? Actually, it's really cool that clothing items now go in the inventory. I guess that makes sense. List on Plopsy, which is the new sort of online selling mechanic, which we can actually end up using for a lot of stuff, I think. Can we use it for honey? No, I guess not. Can I use it for, no, this, no. Well, I guess I thought I could use it for a lot of stuff, but maybe not. Well, I guess I can use it for the beanie. I can list that on Plopsy and nothing else. Let's, we can donate it. That's actually really cool. Add to wardrobe, so I guess that will just get rid of it, I guess, because the wardrobe is infinite, right? Anyway, let's list it on Plopsy for $10, which in fact is actually a loss of $10 for us, but we'll list it. So then once it's listed, it gets this different little background here, and I'll say the selling price, no offers yet. You'll get some offers coming in. And if by Friday it hasn't sold, I think you just get it back, although I assume it probably would. And we can see the quality is excellent, and it was knitted by Ambrose. Knitted clothing handcrafted with love. Very nice. And I believe we can buy stuff off Plopsy by browsing Plopsy on the phone. We can see a bunch of stuff that is listed in here that we might want to buy. Oh, green men's sweater listed by Dude! Secretly a cow plant listed a molded candle. Zombie Carl with the Would You Believe. That name sounds familiar. Oh, it's one of the My Sims characters. Of course it is. Yeah, so they did mention a lot of these like usernames on Plopsy have references to other stuff, you know, in the Sims. Oh, the mother plant lives!
Yes, I never died. I will return in Strangerville 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, what was that? That was weird. I don't know. Oh, love to knit! Love to knit stuff pack! If that actually won the title, I mean, it would simultaneously be the worst title for a stuff pack, but also the funniest, because it's just so dumb. The Mare Whiskers. Princess of the Knits. Surprisingly, there is a new aspiration. This is the first stuff pack that has had an aspiration that came with it. Lord of the Knits, which interestingly, I'm not actually quite sure why they did this. It's called Lord of the Knits if you have a male sim, and it's called Lady of the Knits if you have a female sim. Which is interesting because I feel like in this day and age, aren't we trying to move away from different pronouns and labeling stuff that way? Why isn't it just master of the knit? It's like master maker. It's not like they did lord maker or lady maker. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't quite get it. I mean, is it a reference to like Lord of the Flies or something? Maybe, I don't know. Ignoring the title, this will basically, you know, guide you through knitting. Knit for 5 hours, start 3 knitting projects, knit on a rocking chair, level 4, knit while listening to music. It's basically just a guide to use the knitting skill and the knitting stuff pack, which is actually kind of good. I also just wish they did more aspirations in general, so it's actually really nice to see a stuff pack coming with one. Although it's kind of weird that the aspiration system is called aspirations when half of them are just like, lay on a beach for 10 minutes or something. There should really be a distinction between aspirations and, I don't know, goals. This is really more like achievements. I know there is this separate achievement system in the game. There's like all this, but I mean, do they even update this? Not often. Only get to work, outdoor retreat. So the very first 2 packs of the game, bowling night stuff for some reason, and then also seasons that added 1. Oh, and cats and dogs added a few. I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like there really should be a distinction between an aspiration in your life and achievements, which a lot of the latest aspirations are kind of just like achievements that, you know, work through this thing to get to the top of it, rather than this is what the sim aspires to do in life. So I feel like there's almost a name mismatch with that thing. Having said that though, I think it is good to have that aspiration and actually have, you know, the new gameplay associated with it. And then you get the reward trait, Sacred Knitting Knowledge, which has a little icon of Yarny, which is nice. It also means you're immune to the foul magic of the sweater curse, which is when a significant other gifts you a crafted sweater, it can cause the Sims to break up or have, I think, I'm not sure exactly, but along those lines, because they didn't fully demonstrate that. Anyway, it makes that Sim immune to that sort of effect. And you can also craft the unique Yarny item, which you get obviously at the top of the skill and aspiration. Or you can make the Forbidden Sweater, which honestly is forbidden for a reason, which I don't know what that is, but that sounds pretty good to me. I think it is that kind of crazy sweater with all the little pom-poms all over it. I kind of wish they had added a filter in here for items sorted on Plopsy, because I did find it quite strange that when listing your craftables on Plopsy, they kind of just stay in this inventory and just get lost amongst everything. But I mean, that's kind of it really for Nifty Knitting, at least in this video. Obviously, there's all the items that we didn't really look at, but again, this is not a build by overview, just because there's not that many items. And they did show them all off in the live stream, which I'll link down below if you want to watch that, watch the developers sort of explain the whole pack. Running through it. But we will obviously be using more of this as we go through this Let's Play. Now that we have a rocking chair, we're going to be knitting away. It's going to be pretty exciting. But this is just like, I guess, my little thoughts on the pack. I mean, it's a stuff pack. There's not much to say about it, honestly. I mean, I guess we should look at build mode stuff. We have a new door that has little flowers on it. That's kind of cool. I like it. Would have been nice to have one without it. I mean, I guess we did vote on this door. So these are the items that we have unlocked by default that you can buy. There's a lot of other stuff that we can get from knitting. With the unlock all cheat, we can actually see it. So we got all these new little poofs, which are little chairs that your Sims can sit on. And we have a bunch of these hanging plants, which I am definitely excited to use these in builds. So these are, yeah, I'm super excited for all these. There's a bunch of them. Again, I wish I had a better way to like unlock these items. I mentioned the same thing in Eco Lifestyle. It is really cool that we have all these craftable items, and I'm definitely not saying I don't want a way that we can make our items through gameplay. There's just gonna be a better way to sort all of these items because it is just a mess. Like, I know that this is accessed through a cheat, but these items are really good in build mode. So I'm asking you, as an EA game changer, with the powers of my EA game changer abilities, please just make the catalog easier to use when you unlock items like this, because this is just not ideal. But having said that, these items are very nice and I do like them very much. Like, look at these little things. These are all the little craftables you can make. How fun are they? Nice new rugs as well. The little Grim. Oh, he's tiny. Look at him. Here's all the yarnies as well that you can make. And you can make a knitted, like, you can like craft a mailbox. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know quite how you knit this. I mean, I guess the top of it's knitted, but I mean, the rest of it doesn't look knitted. So I don't know how they knit that, but they do. Yeah, that's Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack. That's my thoughts on it and just a quick look at it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different, I guess, than what I would normally do. Like, not really a build by overview, not really a gameplay overview, more just like my thoughts and opinions on this pack so far. And also feedback on how to make the catalog better, please. Thank you. Let me know what you think about this pack in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.